cold is caused by 100 different viruses, and this is one of the reasons why there is no vaccine. Colds are not exclusively seasonal and can happen in the summer months. Cold symptoms are usually much milder and resolve quickly, and the common cold truly is common. It's the leading cause of family doctor visits and missed school and work days.
The common cold is caused by a virus, a distinct family of viruses actually from things like influenza and other viral pathogens. These are referred to as either rhinoviruses or coronaviruses by physicians. And unfortunately, there's very little we can do for the common cold. Being viruses, they're not responsive to antibiotics typically, and they just have to run their course, sometimes 10 to 14 days of runny nose and relatively mild symptoms. You might have a mild fever, you might feel a little run down, but certainly you can usually work through a common cold.
There's some overlap of symptoms between colds and flu. They all can give you a runny nose and make you cough and sneeze and feel unwell, but the flu is a much more severe illness usually. One of the most important points is that it can cause your temperature to go much higher. So with a cold you might not notice much of a raised temperature, and if it is raised it probably is only raised by a degree or two. But the flu can give you a much more severe fever. So a high fever over 39 degrees C is very unlikely to be a cold, much more likely to be the flu. The flu also gives you what we call systemic symptoms, that is symptoms right across the body. So with a cold, your symptoms are usually just limited to this area of the body, your face, your nose. You might have a sore throat, you might have a little bit of a headache, but it's usually snuffles, blocked nose, that sort of thing. Whereas the flu, you get aching muscles, you can get a raging headache, you feel generally unwell, you might feel sick. It's a much more widespread thing. So if it's got severe symptoms, it's more likely to be the flu.
Runny noses, cough, sneezing, it's officially cold and flu season. While there's no cure for the common cold, Mayo Clinic's Dr. Gregory Poland says there are ways to protect yourself from the germs that cause illness.
Number one, stay away from sick people. Not always possible, but stay away. Cough and sneeze into the crook of your arm. Ask others in a polite way to do the same so they don't spread those germs. Don't put your fingers into your eyes, nose, or mouth. That's a very, very common way that this is spread.
Remember to be a good coworker and stay home if you're sick. Wash your hands frequently, especially when out in public, or use hand sanitizer. And don't forget to get your flu and pertussis vaccines. Dr. Poland says staying healthy begins with being healthy.
What better way to protect against complications of illness than getting enough sleep, eating right, exercising, and get a flu vaccine?
If you're getting a cold, what do? You could take zinc lozenges, hydrate well, get rest. Some of the over-the-counter preparations like echinacea may be helpful.
It's cold laser therapy for a myriad of different conditions, from anything from like an ankle sprain to a jammed finger to treating arthritis symptoms in the hands, in the back, to even helping treat disc herniations and injuries with it. We can manage pain and inflammation with the laser using light therapy. So it's a completely painless therapy process that accelerates healing in the area, reduces inflammation, and allows the tissues to recover more quickly, and even can help release muscle spasms too. So we use it on all kinds of people for a ton of different problems and different things, and the various wavelengths of light that we use can treat those different conditions specifically.
Take 1/4 teaspoon of garlic paste, add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, add 1 teaspoon honey, mix it well. Consume this till you get relief from the common cold symptoms. The strong odor and distinctive hot flavor of garlic comes from a compound called allicin. This compound is released from freshly chopped garlic. Allicin is believed to comprise of antibacterial and antiviral properties that help in getting rid of common cold symptoms. It also opens up respiratory passages and helps flush out toxins from the body. Take a cup of hot water, Add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Mix this well. Drink this while it's warm. You may even add some honey to this. Cinnamon is classified as a diaphoretic herb, meaning that it's a warm herb that stimulates sweating. This helps the body throwing off external pathogens, causing cold through skin pores. It also has antiviral properties. Consume 1 teaspoon of honey 3 to 4 times a day. Consuming honey over time gradually makes our immune system accustomed to antibodies, causing allergies. Take care.
When the seasons change, we all get colds. If you have a regular yoga practice, you will get sick less, but in case you do, there are some easy breathing techniques and yoga poses that you can do to alleviate the symptoms. First thing is alternate nostril breathing. It will alleviate your whole system, clear out your whole nervous system and your head, and you'll feel great. So you're gonna take your right hand, bring your 2 fingers down, so you're left with your ring finger and your thumb. From here, you're just gonna close off your left nostril here. You're gonna breathe in through the right nostril for 4 counts, just in your own timing here. And after you've done that, just close off both. See if you can hold your breath in for 4 counts. And then after you've done that, let go of the left side and breathe out through 4 counts. You're just gonna repeat that in through the one side, hold, and then out through the other. Just a few times back and forth. It will balance your whole system and get your breathing right on track there. And then after you've done that, we're gonna come down to a bridge pose here. This will start to open up your whole chest area. Also leave you feeling great. Bring your feet down on the ground right next to your hips. Go ahead and lift your hips all the way up. Take a big breath in, expanding the chest here. If you wanna interlace your hands underneath you, getting a bit taller, go for it here. A few easy breaths into your chest and into your back. And after you've had a few breaths there, gently bring yourself all the way back 1 vertebra at a time. And carefully draw your knees in, rock yourself all the way. We're gonna do some easy twisting here. So again, sitting here, if you can sit like this, if this is comfortable, you can do that. If that's not comfortable, if that hurts your knees at all, you can always sit with your knees pointing forward on your heels and do the same twisting this way. So bringing your left hand to your knee, right fingertips behind you, sitting up nice and tall, and easily twisting around, opening up lots of space in your chest here. Again, focusing on your breath. And then same thing other side. And then gently bring it all the way back from there. Last thing, just go ahead and press your palms face down on your thighs here. Close your eyes and just continue long, deep breaths here. If you start thinking about anything, your mind wandering over toward your thinking, just try to bring your attention back to your breath. Just staying there for a few minutes, continuing breathing. So if you do these exercises, it will clear out your whole body, leave your head feeling a little more open, clear out your nasal passages, and you'll be feeling really great.